Hi, and welcome to the Logix video tutorial for case and task filters. In this video, we are going to go over case and task filters. Filters are going to be your way of organizing cases and tasks in meaningful ways. We'll start out with case filters. Case filters can be created or accessed from the Cases dropdown. At the top of the Cases dropdown, you'll find any existing filters that you have here. If you're new to Logix, you'll probably see a few stock filters that were pre-built for you to get you started. You'll see here that I have a few filters in place. One that captures all of my leads, one for all of my prospects only, and one for clients only. You can open up an existing filter by clicking on it. Let's open up our clients filter to see the contents. Here you can see that this particular filter contains all of my leads that have been converted to clients. You can fully open up any case from a filter just by double-clicking on it. You can also click on the bottom arrow here to toggle the preview option. With the preview option, if you click once on a case, you can quickly add in new activities, tasks, events, or notes down below. It also allows you to quickly see the notes section and activities of a case without having to open it up. If you'd like to resort your leads from the default quickly, you can simply click on the column header here. At the top of the filter, you can see a few options. Let's click on this filter. The first thing that you can do from this dropdown is edit your filter. If I click on Edit, it will pull up this screen here. This is the same screen you will see if you are building a new filter from scratch. You can see any fields in Logix as a column within your filter, and you can narrow down your focus by a number of criteria. But we'll go over that in a bit. The next option that you will see under this filter will allow you to delete the entire filter. Below that, you'll see that you can copy the filter to another user. If you copy the filter to another user, they'll own the copy, and if they have editing privileges, they'll be able to edit it. Your other options for getting a filter to another person or group is to share the filter, but we'll go over that in a bit. The last option under this filter allows you to set this filter as your default page. If you do this, this filter will be the first thing that you see whenever you log into Logix. Next to this filter is a drop-down for actions. Depending on your permissions, you may or may not have access to actions. Actions allows you to complete a number of mass actions on your filtered data with the click of a button. The top option here allows you to change the status of specific cases in a particular filter. To do this, you'll first want to check a box of the case that you would like to select, or you can check up here to select all options in your filter. Then you can go back to Actions and select a status. You can also change the assignments of any of the cases that you selected in mass, as well as the team, the product, or the lead source. This is also where you can go to mass distribute your leads to any lead distribution plan that you have set up. With a lead distribution plan, you can easily distribute leads to specific employees with the click of a button. To learn more about that, please reference our lead distribution tutorial. Other options for mass actions from a case filter include the ability to add mass activities, notes, tasks, or send mass texts or emails. The final two options that you have from within a filter that are found on the top right-hand side allow you to refresh the case and, provided your company has given you permission, export to Excel. The export option will allow you to export all of the information that you have included in your filter into an Excel spreadsheet. Now that you know what a filter looks like, I'm going to show you how to create one on your own. To create a new filter, just click over here on New Filter. I'm going to make a filter that shows me all of my hot leads. So first, I will give this filter a name. I'll call it My Best Leads. I can select how many cases I see per page and what criteria I am sorting each filter by. Below View, we have the Fields page. This is a list of all of the output fields that you can include in your filter that will be displayed as one of your data columns. You can select which fields are displayed by checking the box next to the field. It's best to keep this list as simple as possible, so I will deselect some of the pre-checked fields that I don't need, and I'm going to add in amount owed and probability. Next, you will need to choose the criteria by which Logix will filter your cases. The first of these criteria is the case status. As we discussed in the previous video, a case's status shows you where your case is at in your program. You can see whether the case is a new prospect, in negotiations with the IRS, or any other step in between. Because I'm only dealing with prospects and not clients, I will only select prospect statuses for this filter. Next comes the Service tab. This tab will allow you to organize your clients based on the services they are paying for. Since this filter will only cover new sales leads, we won't change anything here. Tax liability allows you to filter your cases by how much your clients owe the IRS. For now, let's go with any. Next is source. The lead source is how the client was referred to your company, whether it was through TV ads, websites, or any other means at your disposal. You can create filters that only show you leads from specific sources for marketing analysis purposes, or if you have sales reps that excel in one medium over another. For now, we're going to leave them all selected. Probability is a scale from low to high of how likely the client will be to sign up. Since we want our best leads, let's select medium high to extremely high. Here, in the Users tab, you can choose to view cases within your filter that are assigned to everyone in the company, to you alone, or to a custom list of employees. As a manager, you can use this feature to monitor specific employees or specific departments' cases. Since this filter only applies to my leads, I will select Me Only. Location allows you to sort clients based on where they live. If you have sales reps calling on different time zones, you may want to create filters based around that, for example. After location comes date. This function allows you to choose cases based on when they were created. You can choose to filter your data from options that are based off of either the lead date, meaning when the lead was created, or by the sales date, meaning when the lead was converted from a prospect to a client. This doesn't matter for our particular filter, so we will move on for now. The billing option can be pretty useful. Here you can choose to filter clients based on their billing status. For example, you can choose to only see clients that have paid in full or clients that are past due. This will allow you to create filters that will let you see clients that need to be called about missed payments, or filter to see which clients have paid you in full and may need to be prioritized. Right now, I only care about leads, so billing won't be an issue. Next, we have the Other tab. This is where you can find and filter by any fields that you have created manually that are not standard fields in Logix. If you would like more information about how to create new fields, please see our additional fields tutorial. The final tab is sharing. This option allows you to share this filter with other people. If you are on a team, you can share your filter with teammates. Or if you are a manager, you can create custom filters for your employees based on their role within the organization. It's important to note that if you share a filter with another person or group, you are the owner of that filter. Any changes that you make to the filter on your end will show up on the filter of the users you have shared it with. Now I'm going to click OK to finish my filter. As you can see, I now have a custom filter that only shows me my best leads that are most likely to close. There's one last thing that I'd like to show you about case filters. Depending on your permissions, you may also have the option to view and edit other employees' filters through your own account. To do this, click on the Administration dropdown and then click on Filters. Here you can filter by the filter name if you'd like to see filters that employees have with a specific title, or you can filter by the user to see what filters they have. From here, you can edit or delete the user's filters without having to log into anyone else's account. Now that you know how to create new case filters, we are going to explore creating task filters. Task filters are a lot simpler than creating case filters, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Let's start by clicking on the Tasks and Events dropdown. Here you can see all of your existing task filters. To create a new filter, click here on New Filter. Let's create a filter that shows me all of my tasks that are due in the next 7 days. So let's name this filter Due Next Week. This is different than the filter that says Due This Week. Due This Week refers to cases that are due within the same business week. Due Next Week will show me any cases that are due within the next 7 days. You can see here that you can again select your number of cases per page and the fields by which you would like to sort your filter. And you can also select what fields you would like to include as columns of information within your filter. Let's move on to Type and Status. Type allows you to differentiate between tasks, events, or to see both. Events refers to things like appointments and meetings that need to be scheduled. Tasks refers to your general day-to-day work, things like calling up your clients or chasing payment. Status refers to whether the task has been completed or not. You also have the option to filter your tasks by the subject line. So if you have standard subject lines, like Call Client, you can filter by them if need be. For the purpose of this filter, we will choose the status of incomplete. Users allows you to filter based on who they are assigned to. For our purposes, Let's choose Me Only. Finally, we have Date. Here you can select a due or completed date. For this filter, we want to see every task that will be due in the next 7 days. These filters will also give you the option to include past due tasks, but that's not what we're going for here, so we will deselect it. Now that we've made all of our selections, we'll click OK to finish the filter. So there you have it, a filter that shows me every single one of my tasks due within the next 7 days and when they are due. From within the filter, if I click on this filter, I can edit the filter, delete it, copy it for someone else, or set it as a default page. If I go to Actions, I can reassign my tasks, update due dates, mark tasks complete, or delete them altogether. If I have permission, I can also export my task data or refresh my filter. If you'd like to open up a case directly from your task filter, just click here on Open Case. So that about sums it up. Go ahead and try creating your own case and task filters, and then move on to the next video, where we will go over a few more examples. Thank you.